Alright, ladies, let's do some Halloween makeup. First up, Wonder Woman. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is my regular foundation routine. So, primer first. And that's just going to help everything stay on. Now, you can use whatever type of foundation that you prefer. I actually already got a little bit of foundation on because I took off my regular everyday makeup to do this video for you guys. So, since I'm already wearing it, I'm going to use the pressed powder. And yes, it probably just occurred to you that I could put primer over top of my foundation that I already... Yeah, whatever. It's gonna stay. It's gonna stay. Alright, and then I am going to start with the brows. Wonder Woman has some pretty angled brows, and mine are already pretty full, but I'm going to make them a little bit darker, and I'm going to make them a little more angled, like right here at the arch. And I'm going to do that using, not this one, I gotta find it, hold on. Our Brow Obsession palette, and I'm going to use the dark brunette, because that is the one darker than what I would normally wear. And the Brow Artist brush will be your best friend. And I'm going to use this, the darker shade that's in there. So here we go. Yes, I am going a little bit outside here. Outside of my normal brows, which, you know, might be a mistake. We'll find out here in a minute. Now that I've got that shape, I'm gonna just fill it in. Now, if this isn't dark enough, we can always go in also with either splurge cream or eyeliner and make it a little darker. I think if I just kind of layer it up here, it'll get to where I want it. And now you don't have to make this necessarily Wonder Woman, but this would work a little too far there. It would work as any kind of pop art comic book makeup, but I mean, who doesn't love Wonder Woman? So why not? There we go. All right, woo! That Groucho Marx thing going on. New costume idea. No, just kidding. All right. So that looks a little silly right now, but I knew I was gonna mess it up later, so I figured I'd tackle it first. All right. So clean off that brush. Next, we're gonna work on Wonder Woman's eyes. All right. So I'm gonna start by priming with Victoria's Splurge Cream. It's this light, pale, nude shadow. I'm all over the eye. And this is actually going to be the color we leave it on the lids. I'm not going to put anything else down here. Alright. Next, we're going to add a little bit of color in the crease. We're going to do that with a little bit of this color called Fervent. It's kind of a reddish brown color. And for that, I'm going to use my crease brush. I want to put it in the crease and then a little bit above onto my brow bone. And I'm going to come back in with the blending brush, and we're just going to smooth that out so it's not quite so harsh. Little circles, little windshield wiper motions. So we get a nice soft blend. If I had the black dip and draw liner, I would use that. Right now, I am waiting for that order to arrive. So what I'm gonna do is actually use Splurge Cream as a liner. And I'm gonna use the color Magnificent, which is black. And I really like the Brow Artist brush for this too. I like the small angled end here. So I'm gonna use that for my eyeliner. But we're gonna do okay. Alright, so I'm gonna get product on the brush, and then I'm gonna try and go thin right around here, right next to the lash line, and I'll wing it out a little bit here. Alright, so what I like to do, like if you noticed, I held the brush this way when I went along my eyelashes. I'm going to turn it around in order to do the wing. And the easiest way to do it is think of an imaginary line that connects the end of your brow, the corner of your eye, and your nose. Okay? And that's where you want to make your line. Okay? And I'm actually going to put a little bit more of the Splurge Cream on because it's easier if you have good amount of product on your brush. Just hold your breath and go for it. Okay, so now that I've got that on there, I'm gonna take and go from the point on the top, and I'm gonna draw it in kind of toward my iris, like draw another straight line. So another imaginary line from the end of that line I just made to the center of my eye. Okay. And I also think this is a little bit easier to do. Like I said, if I had the dip and draw liner, that's what I would use with this because it's amazing. But I'm still waiting on my black to get here. So this is my next best thing. I don't like our precision liquid liner. It's just a mess. I'm sorry. That's like the one product that Younique has like a major fail on. It's horrible. I hate it. So this is a whole lot easier than that would be. Alright, hold your breath and go for it. Alright, so now you see I've got this little triangle, and now I'm going to fill it in. Now this is where we can make this outer portion right here a little bit thicker. I'm gonna go from the center of the eye toward your line. There we go. just to get it nice and even. And then I'm gonna draw in under here a little bit farther because I didn't quite get to the inner corner of my eye. There we go. All right, I'm also gonna put a little bit underneath. All right, and now we gotta make the other one match. You know what? If you mess this up, concealer. That's all you need. Concealer, or even more, like if you screwed up like in here, I would use that Victoria Splurge cream again and go over top of it. I would just wait until this black sets a little bit. You don't have to use it for just Halloween makeup. This is how you could make one all the time. If you want some nice bold eye makeup for going out with friends or for date night. I mean, it doesn't have to be this kind of pointy and extreme, but you get the idea. There we go. All right, got a little bit of my eyelash right there. There we go. Okay. So now I've got the eyes. All right, we will give that a second to set up. Let's do some lips. I'm going to use the color Sensational from our lip stain. I would recommend this, or I would get Splash Liquid Lipstick in like a bright red. The closest I have to a bright red is Stoic, and it's still a little more rusty brown. I think it would work for this, but I'm looking for a little bit brighter red. Let's do some lashes real quick. Alright, I like to start with our Epic mascara. I like doing Epic first because it curls your lashes as well as, you know, your mascara. So, let's start with that. And then, you know, comic book characters, everything's exaggerated. Everything. So, we need big lashes. I'm going to put the 3D over top of the Epic mascara just to really amp these babies up. Okay. So just like normal gel, then fibers, then gel, right on top of the Epic. And I'm going to kind of focus on the ends here since I'm going for some length. And I do one eye at a time. The gel and the fibers on the first eye, go to the second, and then come back and seal. Right now, you could stop. If you had done the brows a little, you know, less out there, if you had done the brows a little less out there, you could put on blush right now, tie a headscarf around, pin-up girl. Okay? There's one costume idea. We're gonna keep going and make her Wonder Woman. So I'm gonna use Splurge Cream in Extravagant, and we're gonna draw on a Wonder Woman crown. First thing I want to do is kind of make a little bit of an outline here. Alright, I'm going to stop right here because Wonder Woman's crown has this little red star right in the middle. So I'm going to draw that and then put the Splurge Cream around it. This is pencil liner in Primal. So I'm going to start adding black using one of our pencil liners this time in the color Perfect. Start by outlining that crown that I just made. So we can add some expression lines right here. I want to define the cheeks a little bit more, so I'm going to use some bronzer first. Blend that out a little bit. And then I'm going to use that pencil and I'm going to put a line right there where my cheek is. Okay. I also want to define my lips a whole lot more. So I'm going to take this black pencil, I'm going to go all the way around. Stop for sharpen. I added a little bit of a point right here just to help, again, exaggerate it. Everything's exaggerated. And then I'm going to kind of add some shadows to the lips too. And start by making a line there. And then you want to follow the natural curve of your lips. So just draw a couple of lines here. First I'm going to do like the inside border and then we'll do some lines from there. Challenge of fuller lips. You can't get them to stay still. You see how that's adding a little bit more dimension to it? Alright, we're also going to add some dimension with a white pencil now. Alright, this one's called Pristine. I'm just going to add a couple of highlights. Okay, I think I like that. Alright, now we're going to finish outlining our face. So going back to that black, just going to go along my jaw here. All right, now to make this look really comic book, we're gonna take that primal red that we used for the star and make little dots. So let's just, sure, we'll start here. And it'll look better if you get dots and not like smears. Just kind of fill it in. You can do this with red. I've also seen people do it with white too. See, it's already looking good already. Now, I've also seen people too where instead of doing their whole face like this, they've done half. Because, you know, in a comic book, it's two-dimensional, so you only see one side. So it kind of depends on your little personal philosophy there. Whether or not you want to. Do both sides or not. Sorry, I gotta finish making it. Now, another place we want to define is actually down here along our neck, because you would see that in a comic book too. So, let's see, find where your chubby girl's gonna have a little issue. It's okay, but find like kind of the center column and find that line. Okay, come down here. Ooh, you can even accentuate the cleavage there. Or not, you get the idea. But just work kind of wherever you got a line. I mean, that's where you would do it. Still not happy with this right here. It's bugging me. There you go. Happy Halloween.